we would love to hear from you. As we head into the new year, we want to provide more content that's valuable and inspiring. And so if you have anything to share, we would invite you to drop it in the comments. We do read and reply to them. And give us a like and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Just that simple act helps out our channel tremendously. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Imagine you just spent 4 years going to college, getting your degree, and only 30% of y'all that graduate are able to find a job in your field. Per Forbes, that is exactly what's happening. And college unemployment has hit a record high. It's a record share of U.S. unemployment. And so these young adults are going to school, spending a boatload to do it, energy.
Couple hundies.
Yes.
Right. Like that's the part that's just so deafening, I think, for me when you read that. And now I know Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, umpteen influencers on, out there have been hating on college for a long time. And I do think that my personal opinion is depending on the person, it's super important to go, because the amount of skills and discipline and a lot of things that you get is, I think, really bodes well for the future. But getting a job in your chosen profession and how difficult it is right now, that's not inviting.
Not inviting at all. And I agree with you. And I think about my kids. And of course, I would love for college to be a part of their path for the experience. But when you look at it from just the perspective, if you think you're going to graduate and then, start being a good income earner, the data is telling a different story. And how much of this has to do with AI?
Oh, yeah.
And, is there a correlation?
Has to be, right? It walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. More times than not, it's a duck. Like, I know we were just talking about the jobs reporting last week, where it came out and, obviously devastated the markets. It came back higher, but not as much, right? And like just really the fluidity around it, the conversation for a different day. But the impact of AI, right? When we look at the job cuts of Microsoft, they cut 6,000, Amazon cut 13, and Verizon cut 6,000, if memory serves me right. Like the efficiencies of said products has to be being infiltrated by AI.
Mm-hmm. I was reading that AI is disproportionately impacting small business in a positive way. And small businesses are now able to really flourish and do way more because of AI, and it's helping the small business even more than medium and large size businesses. And I think and I don't know that I would consider Zoodealio small any longer. Right? We're not quite like
we're medium.
We're like medium.
Medium. We're medium.
Like in that realm. But I know 1,000,000% if we didn't use and advocate and integrate AI into about every silo of our business,
we'd have to be twice the size.
We would, twice or 3 times the size.
Yep.
And so, you really think about that. And so it's like, is this an efficiency shift for the workforce in general? And could we be seeing that efficiency shift impacting college graduates? And so then what will the future of schooling look like? And I believe that it needs to look like training on AI. Anything AI related, we should be all going all in on and learning and utilizing. I podcasted with Noah about a week ago, and I was asking him to kind of explain how he created the agentic AI for our entire development cycle. And he also shared a story of how he helped a Zoodealio member with Lovable and vibe coding, and basically gave them the prompt to create their site, and literally got a text back from our member saying, "Thanks so much, you saved me like $5,000." And in the, being able to do that, and the things that we can do and create now are just incredible.
It really is. Like, I mean, I love the journey that we've been on, because you've been able to see the future basically unveil. And I think back to it wasn't even that long ago. Like, we started our planning, and obviously molding of what we did back in about this time in 2019. And think about how expensive it was for some of the sites. And,
right.
And I think about your skill set, how it's evolved, my skill set, how it's evolved, because you're like, okay, I'm clear on my mission, and these are the skills that I need to go obtain, right? And I love your thought process that you the goal that you just communicated around getting more efficient by prompting the AI. I think that that's actually where a lot of people miss the boat. So that was one thing that you did miss last week when Jay and I were on. It was what, Chris, 40% it was 46%. Yeah. A poll by National Association of Realtors, 46% of agents declare and admit that AI is not involved in their business. 46%. I was like, no. I'm sorry. It was 64%. Yep.
What?
Yeah, we put it in there. 64% was like,
You are freaking kidding me right now.
what? I'm dead serious. And so like for
Who are these agents?
I don't know.
They're
It was a poll from
polling?
National Association of Realtors.
Oh, you're under a rock? Let me pull you.
Yep.
Because who is not using at least ChatGPT, right? Like at the very least, who's
exactly to help
insane.
craft your message, to help
Yes.
craft your hook. Like there's
insane.
just so many things like inefficiencies like we're talking about to where your multiplying factor on those are just insane. We have a cheat code today like never before.
We do. It's an incredible opportunity right now, like never before. And, you know, I think of like what, you know, someone could go and you could go sell AI tools that you just package up and create to other businesses and just charge them because they don't want to take the time and the energy and the effort to figure it out. And so there's so much opportunity. And so are we going to see some of these educated college graduates kind of shift into other areas and capitalize on this opportunity that is all in front of us? Meanwhile, we know that during the pandemic, there was a reshuffling of America. And people just moved all over. Work from home was the thing. But we're now seeing some reshuffling again.
I said the pancake is flipping.
Yes, the pancake is flipping. And so there was some data compiled by Point to Homes on the top states with the most new residents. I was surprised at number one.
Okay.
Any guesses?
Surprised. I mean, North Carolina.
For number one? Okay, so no. So the
New residences, right?
New residents, and this is the cities. So
Okay.
The top city was actually New York.
Wow.
Yeah, New York had 702,000 new residents
All right.
in 2024. Los Angeles was number two.
Okay.
And then it also shares the percent of residents that move from in-state. So for instance, like in New York, 20% moved from in-state.
Okay.
In Los Angeles, 13% were in-state moves. Followed by Houston, Chicago, San Antonio, Phoenix.
Okay.
Phoenix made the top 10. Austin, Philadelphia, Dallas, San Diego. The list goes on. But how interesting is that New York City
and
and
LA?
Los Angeles
Because they have mass exits too. That's the other issue.
Yes.
But when you think about, I wonder what the net gain is, right? Because I would
Right.
imagine the net gain for Phoenix is they're almost always in the top three.
Well, Las Vegas was
Or
the
Vegas.
city that had the highest share of newcomers from other states.
Okay.
So 33% of theirs were from out of state, which was number one, which I'm like, I don't think I could ever live in Las Vegas.
I know.
Ugh.
I'm with you on that one.
It's like I touch in, have fun for a day or two, and then I'm like, get me out of here.
I know.
I'm not a big fan of
couldn't-
that
I mean,
state.
me raising a family right now, I couldn't imagine raising a family there. And even though, like, I'm not hating on, like, you know, Henderson and, you know, the surrounding
Yeah,
areas,
right.
but it's still just like you're really close to that adult funland cesspool.
It's just a lot going on there, right?
There's definitely a
They
lot.
do have the sphere, which is so cute.
Oh,
and so
the-
fun. I love that thing.
The all the cities, the hotels. I mean, honestly, it's fantastic. It's just like you said, it's just a different vibe.
Totally different vibe. I will say I'm seeing a lot of realtors crush it, making Instagram reels, highlighting the population change in their markets, and maybe speaking to, like I saw one from a guy in San Diego, and he spoke to the fact that, a lot of people moved out of San Diego during the pandemic and whatnot, but then they're coming back.
Yep.
And not only are they coming back, but as they're coming back, they're prioritizing other things. And so they're not looking for a ton of square footage. They're looking for more lifestyle. They're looking for more location and feel.
Proximity, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes
And
sense.
so all of the reasons. So if you're out there making content and your city experienced reshuffling one way or another, this could be a great opportunity for you to capitalize and make some content around that and kind of go get your unfair share of the eyeballs. Speaking of making content, I know that was probably part of most agents' business plan in 2025. How well did you do on it? But 2026 is coming. And so a
Yep.
lot of us are taking time. We're formulating our plan.
Yep.
Elliot did a coaching call today on business planning. So I thought this would be kind of a fun moment for you to share some of your nuggets.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just went over actually a business planning assessment. And so what this actually was really an assessment of where are you at? What are you doing? And so a lot of times it's very easy for us, you know, in business planning, I think that I see so many times people, there's a statement that I know that you, I stole it from you, where it's people often underestimate what they can do in 5 years, but overestimate what they can do in 1 year.
Oh,
or
it's
3
people.
years.
People
But-
overestimate what they can do in a day, but they underestimate what they can do in a decade.
Yes. Okay.
That's the one. Yes, I love
Okay.
that one. It was a Tony Robbins quote, and I love that one because we make all of these plans
Oh,
for
yeah.
the day or for the week, whatever. But in reality, we can't do it all in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Absolutely.
But in 10 years, you can
Yep.
do more than you could never even imagine.
Yeah. Well, and I personally, like, having coached a lot of agents, mentored a lot of agents, I've seen that happen and unfold so many times over the course of the year, which is why, getting back to what we were talking about, the business assessment that I talk about, there's where there's like frameworks a lot of people operate off of. One of the most known ones is 411, right? What's your 4 weekly goals, your 1 monthly goal, your 1 annual goal, right? Which has unveiled that whole strategy in the Millionaire Real Estate Agent, which went rampant.
Right. Great strategy.
Oh, it's phenomenal. It's a clear framework where we really, I try to add on the 411, right? What's my 1 day goal? So it lines up with my 4 weekly goals, right? And it's just kind of like a domino effect and like moving towards that North Star. And so what I think is so important and why I was sharing that is so many times agents, I'm going to do 100 deals. And then they get off track and then they get bamboozled and they quit and then they just get off track, right? Just like you see so many people happen with diet, physical goals, mental goals, relationship goals, spiritual goals, right? They'll throw it away because they get off track. But I think that that's where it's so important for us to really start looking like, hey, just because this was my 1 year goal doesn't mean that it's not going to line up in a 3 year goal. Mm-hmm. Like I was actually saying, like talking mm-hmm. about a vision board and how I have mine up in my closet. It's actually been the same one that I've had for 3 years. And I still have a few goals on there that I have not achieved, right? And I remember when I had set those that, hey, these were some of my 1 year goals, right?
Is Steve Jobs on your vision board?
Steve Jobs is not on the vision board. I wouldn't mind being, hey, he's probably... I always send Kayla quotes and stuff from Steve Jobs.
Is a mountain home on your vision board?
Oh, you better believe it. Duh.
How well do I know Elliot's vision?
Yep.
Okay, anyway, sorry. Share, what's one more thing that's on your vision board that has not come true yet?
Oh, airplane. Be a pilot.
Yep. Okay, fun.
Yep. So, yep. So I think that anyway, Chris will throw up on the assessment and, maybe even throw in the link so they can download it. But what this does is it's really just kind of a true barometer to really kind of look at what's going on with your business. Mm-hmm. Where are you getting your business from? Are you paying attention to your sphere of influence? Because, not to go off on like a massive tangent, but I can tell you just from somebody who has lived it and breathed it, that is without a doubt the single biggest mistake I made in my real estate career. I got very good at new, but so there comes a point in your real estate career that you survive and thrive long enough that you should almost never have to look for new business again.
Right.
I 100% reached that point, and I can tell you I never got to that point.
Because you didn't nurture your sphere.
Yep. and I just flat out missed the boat. I missed the understanding. I missed that play. And so I spent the moment talking about like, hey, understanding like having a certain amount of quote unquote raving fans. And so 70% roughly of all real estate deals is done by repeat and referral, which is an overwhelming stat. So then you think to yourself, well, why are you going to talk to me about new? Why are you going to talk to me about the importance of prospecting? Well, the reality of it is because of that 70%, because everybody that I can cherry pick and get from this side of the fence to the other fence grows by proxy. And so I was like, begin with the end in mind and think about that. Everybody you've ever done a deal with, if you could just get an 1/8, a 20th of a referral from them every single year. Think about the domino effect.
Right. It's like compound interest.
It's just nutso, right?
It's compound sphere interest.
Yeah. So, and then, what is that process in which that you're going to stay top of mind? You were talking about social media just a moment ago. The importance of liking, the importance of engaging, the importance of staying top of mind and not always being, I sold a house, right? And it's boring. Like, be a person and be in front of them. So stuff like
agreed. That. Very cool. Well, I know that, as we are rounding out 2025, many of us have had, big goals, big dreams, big plans for 2025, and you may or may not have hit them. And I think that if you haven't, it's okay to reset. And it's okay to say, okay, I didn't do what I said I was going to do in 2025. That doesn't mean that I can't start now. I wouldn't even wait for the new year. I would start now.
Stay in the hunt.
And exactly. And really double down. It's important to have that clarity. And I think that when you go through an exercise like Elliot just described, it'll bring you just that. And with clarity will come confidence. And with confidence will come execution. And so tune into his coaching call. It'll be up on our YouTube channel today. And we would love to hear from you. As we head into the new year, we want to provide more content that's valuable and inspiring. And so if you have anything to share, we would invite you to drop it in the comments. We do read and reply to them. And give us a like and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Just that simple act helps out our channel tremendously. Thank you so much. Have a great day.